Okay, so my son's hair has never been cut his entire life. I don't know how well you can see the ends, but this boy has never had a split end in his life. Okay. Never had any kind of a haircut with scissors at all. Nice, gorgeous curls. Now, this right here is 2 weeks of no oils, no nothing, and only finger detangling. And this is what his hair dry looks like. Now that I've started the regimen I've started, he can kind of take a break, and this spot right here will get particularly dry right here. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show what the extreme is after starting the new regimen. Before, if I would have gone 2 weeks, this luster that you see would have been pretty much gone. And it would have just looked very dry, kind of like up in here. So, but everywhere. So I just wanted to show that. And then in the next clip I'm going to patch on to the end of this is going to be my routine that I've been doing, and turn around. The routine that I've been doing, and here, I'll give you some shade for your eyeballs. The routine that I've been doing, and the oil that I made, and the new product that I used. So I do believe that one of the new products that I used did make a big difference in his hair health. So I do want to share that. And honestly, what I've been doing this week is literally just finger detangling like this. So I forgot this. So I just, finger detangle and then send him on his way and let him go be a boy and play. So, yep, you can go play now. So we'll be back. So I just wanted to show the 2 products that I washed his hair in tonight. And I went ahead and washed in this shampoo, the Shea Moisture Coconut Hibiscus Curl and Shine shampoo. And then I conditioned with Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Moist in this little thing. And I combed through with a broad tooth comb while it's in his hair. And then I'm going to go ahead and rinse that out and then touch base again. Okay. So now I use the coconut oil mixture that I make, and it's coconut oil, avocado oil, rosemary, rose absolute, and this one has peppermint oil in it as well. I do want to add a little bit of black castor oil to the mixture, but I haven't been able to find it in its pure form yet at my local health food store. So I've just been looking around other health food stores to try and find it. This is what it'll look like. It'll be kind of like a solid, but not. Like the second you touch it, it'll melt just like coconut oil.
And it falls. Mom, I love talking to the video.
Okay, so
that's what our hands look like.
The edges first.
She twists my hair like this.
And then move in from there. Go from the roots
Do you know
to the ends. And as I do it, I go ahead and finger comb as well.
He puts my hair on top.
Stop. Okay, so I went ahead and finger combed through his hair with the coconut oil in it. And I did put a second little glob in there. And then I went ahead and just put it in just one little braid. Well, one big braid. And then just kind of twisted it at the end. And I'm going to leave it like that for a little bit to just let him play and get some of his energy out while the conditioner really soaks in. And then I'll go ahead and film me styling it.
Now can I look at it?
Yeah, turn. Okay, so I did the first one, and honestly, I just call these the deep condition braids because I usually only do these when he's got conditioner in his hair. And by conditioner, I mean I put in the oil, I let it kind of really soak in, and then normally I use the Shea Moisture not this stuff, but the curling cream or whatever it's called. I forgot it, and I'm not at home right now, so I can't just go grab it. So this is going to kind of turn into a what do you do when you need to improvise video. You can get this at any store, anywhere. It is like, honestly, there's different brands that pretty much are exactly the same if you don't have this exact brand at your store, but it's just the conditioner. It's just, you know, your generic conditioner. I would be using the Aussie Moisture for this if it weren't for the fact that I actually ran out. So, as of right now, we're improvising, and this is a what do you do if you have nothing else video. Stop staring at the camera. Dude, I need to, like, actually turn you. Okay, well then talk to it. Look up. So I'm going to try and go from the roots to the tips, if I can. But, you know, kids are kids, and they move, and nothing's perfect. So...
longer. When you're bigger hair, when you're longer.
Okay. So the hair that you just saw was already combed through with the big side and then the little side. So now, after putting the conditioner on, okay, scoot back a little bit. There we go. So after putting the conditioner on, we'll go ahead and comb the conditioner through. And then after we comb the conditioner through, hold your head right, dude. Come on, you know what to do. Stop it. Jeremy. Okay, you need to stop it. So everybody asks me, how do you get your kid to sit still when you do his hair? Bitch, I don't. I don't. Okay, so I realized you couldn't see that off. Fantastic. There we go.
Mommy, I want to look at the video and talk.
Okay, well, you'll have to wait.
For me to talk to it?
Yeah.
And look at it?
We came as soon as you called.
I called to talk to Mary.
Okay.
It never occurred to me that he wouldn't be there.
Sheriff is
Yeah.
talking to Scotland Yard right now.
And Sarge is in touch with his friends in the British military.
You just need to focus on the race.
I know, but Sal, with everything going on...
This is my after shower spray that I'm using right now. And the only reason I'm using it is his hair right here is not damp enough to be putting that stuff on it. Honestly, really, I only put conditioner and stuff like that on his hair when it's a little damp. Because otherwise, it just, I don't know, flakes really weird.
Mater would want you to race.
All right.
Dilution, I'm assuming, is the cause of that. So, when it comes to the one on the front, turn and look at the camera, Booger. Okay.
Can I talk to it too?
Sure, my butt.
I just want to look straight at it.
Always do the edges first. Why, you might say, they dry out the fastest. That and the kitchen, or the crown, or I've heard it called several things.
Several things.
This, here, turn your head. This spot right here, it's like literally right here at the top, the bottom of this braid, and right here at the top of this braid. It's like right here. That's why I don't say the crown usually, because it's like the back of his head. I feel like the crown of your head is a little bit more up top than that, and the back of your head, like, it's like the spot when babies that are fresh newborns have a different length hair in a certain spot from laying their head down or whatever. It's like right in that area. So I don't know if you can really see, but while I am putting the conditioner in, I am finger combing, and that just makes life easier in just a second when I grab the comb.
That's right, you got nothing.
So first I start
Nice try, Mason.
You need to stop. First I start with the big side, start the tips, go in.
Queen needs your help, Mater. But I can't, I'm just a tow truck. It's up to you. Go to the pits and get everyone out. You can do
Stop
that.
moving.
What about you guys?
Jeremy, stop.
Okay!
I do not get him to sit still.
Mom, I want to look at the TV.
No. I can't prop my phone up to film it and let you watch TV. So you need to just cooperate.
Left if I told him the truth. Being killed by a clock. Gives a whole new meaning to your time has come.
Time. That's it.
What are you
And
doing?
you might think, doesn't this take so long and doesn't it drive you nuts? And like, why don't you just cut his hair? Well, because I am convinced of some things. A, I have never cut his hair. Which I know I'll probably, by the time this video is over, have said several times. But I do not cut his hair. I have never cut his hair. I don't plan on ever cutting his hair. And to be completely honest, I believe that there is a spiritual quality to that. And I also believe that,
Done.
Oh, Miss Shiftwell.
Let's down to this, you know.
You kids get older good hardware.
when he gets older,
Oh no, that's
he
maintenance.
will
I knew his escape was
appreciate
too easy.
what I've done and all the work I have done. My son has never, ever had a split end. And in my opinion, because opinions are like assholes, you know, but in my opinion,
What are you guys doing here?
that's because I don't cut his hair. And if you think about it, when you cut your hair, it's two sharp objects meeting up with each other at an uneven level so that it cuts the hair. So when you microscope in on a cut piece of hair, the hair itself is uneven. And I believe that it's that unevenness that the split end actually comes from. I mean, think about it. Back in the day, people didn't need all the hair products we need now to keep their hair from falling apart. Why do you think that is? I mean, other than the fact that people were getting overall healthier diets then, I mean, look at
I want to look at the
Jeremy, stop now. You can look at the TV when I'm done, but the longer you throw a fit, the longer you have to wait. I cannot get him to hold still. Okay, so to all the mothers who ask me, oh my God, how do you get your kid to hold still while you braid their hair? Girl, I don't.
I want to go.
Okay, so see those are, look, spin. All right, now you can look at the TV. So those are the conditioning braids. I sometimes when I do three like this, I will like braid the braids into one another. But tonight I don't plan on doing that. It just ends up crinkling the hair more. And I am kind of trying to stretch his hair out right now for when I do the box braids when I get home this weekend. So I'll go ahead and put this up. Now, if I, for any reason, were to, if I, for any reason, were to not have the ability to go home at the end of the weekend and finish off his hair, I would go ahead and probably leave it in this deep condition style. I'd like take it down every night, wash it out, probably co-wash his hair, and then put the coconut oil in there lightly, and then put it back in these braids without the other conditioners. Now, I'd do that for probably about a week and then just let his hair just be free. If I had none of my other products available, that's what I would do. I usually don't do small braids with the coconut oil, and here is why. The coconut oil doesn't seal the moisture into the follicle. Let me elaborate. Coffee. So, when you have very porous hair, like my son does, your hair absorbs moisture very easily. It also loses moisture very easily. So, a very important thing to do in hair types like his is, and by hair types like his, I mean porous, not curly. Because you can have curly hair and not have very porous hair and need a completely different regimen. I digress. If you have very porous hair, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to condition with a light oil first while your hair is still wet from the shower. That's going to lock in all the water moisture, plus that's going to give you the moisture from whatever oil it is. His is avocado and coconut. Some people prefer only avocado. Some people prefer other oils. Some people prefer solely coconut. Again, his does also have the Rose Absolute, the rosemary oil, and peppermint oil in it. Now, that being said, I noticed that since I started making this coconut oil mixture and putting it on his hair, it has been a longer lasting moisture. I was using the other products besides the coconut oil mixture I make. I've been using those pretty much his whole life. The Shea Moisture Curling Cream, I've been using that for about a year now. So, but as far as like the conditioners and stuff like that, he's been getting those for like the last 2-3 years. So, I know what changes and, what stuff like that are from what. Now, the reason why I use the curling cream is because, I think that's what it's called anyways. We'll double check on the next video. Is because it really seals in the moisture. So because I was improvising today, I used the White Rain, this stuff. But that was, like I said, that was me improvising. Now, if I were like doing a serious style on his hair, that I planned on leaving in for like a week or something like that, then you would see me use this gel. Yeah, dude, you've been free for a minute. This gel is the gel that I find that I personally like. I tried out an Eco Style gel, and is like the most commonly recommended Eco Style gel, and I thought it was, a poop emoji. So, like, to each their own, and every hair type reacts differently to every product. So I'm not saying that that product is poop, or that the people who recommended it recommended some poop emoji, whatever. Okay, what I'm saying is, on my son's hair, it was big poop emoji, okay?
Oh.
And it was, like I said, it's the argan oil one, which is like, seems to be like everybody's favorite, and no flaking and blah blah blah, and just made his hair really stiff and weird feeling. And I didn't like it. It was like strawy, and it really dried his hair out too, which I didn't like. So did deep condition, his hair was back to normal. So he's gonna stay in that style that I have it in right now until tomorrow night, and then around 7 or whatever, I don't know, maybe later, I'll probably go ahead and wash with conditioner, rinse the conditioner in his hair out pretty much, and then put the coconut oil in and do the same braids again. I might go ahead and braid up with the coconut oil and just show how that looks throughout the week, and then next week, I don't know, put it down in the comments if anybody cares, I guess. But I don't know, I might just do both, that way you can see the difference in what the sealing does. But yeah, as long as you put the light oil down and then take the heavier oil on top to seal it in, you should be good to go, as long as you use, oils that work good for you, oils or creams or whatever that work good for you. Not everything's going to work good for everybody. Even if it's that same general philosophy, you might need to use a different product to do that same general action, So, I'm going to get off of here, but I hope that was helpful to anybody who's like, what do I do to deep condition my hair? I'll go ahead and pop back in and keep updating on what I do with his hair and different hairstyles I do and how I do it and stuff like that. I'll try and separate it out on my channel, but if I can't, forgive me.